Now, in the previous video, How to Explain Your Depression, I revealed that the reason you're depressed is because you lack the mental energy to think, you lack the emotional meaning to feel, and you lack the physical determination to act. The reason that's such a good way to explain your depression is to get people off your back, saying that I don't have the mental energy. How is someone going to disagree with that? What are they going to do? What kind of solution is there to fix your mental energy? Same thing with the pool of emotional meaning that's supposed to be in your heart. If you don't have enough of that, you're not going to be able to feel. Same thing with physical determination. I don't have enough physical determination to do anything, which is a correct statement. But there's no way to solve that. You don't have a pill that helps with physical determination. So explaining your depression in that way gets these people off your back so that you can do something important, which is embrace your depression. Depression is not sin, it is not evil, it is something that is good. It is something you are doing that is significantly important. And you must continue this inward journey into the darkness. Why? Because you're looking for the dark truth. That is the journey that you're on. And these individuals who are getting in your way with the best of intentions and trying to help you, they're trying to get you off this inner journey, to keep you away from discovering what the real issue is in this world. So we need to look at that dark truth that you're uncovering. What happens when you're depressed is you get stuck here in your inner world. And in your inner world is where your soul, your mind, your heart, and your body dwell. This is the you. But in depression, the material world hits you with an event. The loss of a loved one, a disease, something unexpected, getting fired from work, whatever it is, it may be even a series of events. They hit you so hard in the material world that it pushes you from that world and you get stuck inside yourself, inside this inner world. And then what you start doing is you start trying to figure out what is the problem. And you start exploring your heart and you say, how did this happen? How is this pain helping me? All the how questions are an exploration of the heart. Then you go deeper into the why questions. Why did this happen? Why does this always happen to me? That's an exploration of the mind. And you're looking for, where is all this darkness coming from? You experience it in the world, your body gets deluged by it, and then your heart is just swimming in it, and your mind is just consumed with darkness. Where is this all coming from? And of course, the dark truth is, it's all coming from your soul. Now, originally, this was supposed to be good, because your soul is an infinite abyss of spiritual desire. Your desires are infinite. You want everything, but as you've noticed, you can't go out into the material world and drag food and clothing and money and sex and chemical substances and try to stuff those things into that desire-filled soul. It does not work. Why? Because the original design was that God, who is infinite, by the way, would be filling this soul of infinite desires. And that is a perfect match. Infinite God, infinite desires. You put those two together, and that fits. And what happens then, as your soul overflows with this infinite fulfillment, you have so much that you just pour into your mind, which results in your mind being so overwhelmed that it propagates all these thoughts like seeds, which then fill your heart and become these growing, living expressions, which then energize your body to go out and do wondrous blessings in the world. Unfortunately, this is not the way things work currently, because in the fall of mankind, our spiritual connection with God was broken, removed completely. However, the soul is still filled with infinite desire. So since you don't have any fulfillment, you don't have anything to offer your mind, your heart, your body, or the world. And then what happens is that the world rules you. You don't have anything to offer. You don't have anything to give. You don't have any power. You don't have any life, any authority, any true manifestations of God's likeness. So therefore, the world rules you. The events that transpire just destroy you. And that is very depressing. So the dark truth is that the source of all these dark thoughts, emotions, and actions, these dark events in your world, is your empty soul. It's the same for everybody. And most people will not make that inner exploration. You're willing to do that. So you must stay on that course. You must continually face the emptiness of your soul and the need for an infinite source of fulfillment. And that brings us to the deadly truth. Depression very often leads to suicide, and we need to understand why that is the case. So if we go back to you, after the fall, you have an empty soul and a mind, heart, and body, and this physical world that surrounds you. But if we redefine God as life, which He is life, you see everything in a different light. Although your mind, heart, and body are alive, and the material world around you is alive, animals and trees, all that stuff's alive. But where's life? And of course, life is God. He is life. And what was supposed to be happening is God would be filling your soul with life. As long as you had a connection to the one who is life, you'd be overflowing with life. And then you could give life to your mind, your heart, your body, and your world. But once you lose that connection, you have no life. Your mind, heart, and body are still alive, but your soul isn't alive. Your soul's meant to be filled with life. So if you're not being filled with life, you're dead. And do you think it just stays that way? No. You fill your mind with that death, that separation from life. And then your mind creates these horrifying, corrupted, disease-ridden thoughts that pollute your heart and fill your heart with emotional death. And that goes to your body, and your body is overwhelmed. The DNA of your physical being, the very atoms of your body, start to deteriorate and move towards death as you bring that out into the world. So this whole understanding of your human existence becomes an expression of death that accelerates. The more your mind thinks like death, the more your heart feels like death, the more your body acts like death, and then you even replicate that out in the world. Well, how long can you stand that? How long is this going to last? Because as you see, it's proper for you to die. The purpose of your mind, heart, body is to express your soul. And if your soul separate from life, you're dead. So then what's the most proper expression of a dead soul? Well, that would be a dead mind, heart, and body, and perhaps world, if you're that gifted. So when individuals commit suicide, what they're doing is they've seen this. They've seen the dark truth of it all. Everything's dying because of me. So you know what? It's right for me to die, and it's even good for the world around me, because I'm just going to destroy this world as I'm already doing. So I might as well remove myself through suicide, and that's where this conclusion comes from. Because the soul's dead already. And there's nothing you can do to change your soul. How do you change yourself with yourself? You can't. So suicide is simply logical, and that is the deadly truth. Now finally we have to come to these individuals who are trying to help you, try to get you off of exploring this dark truth and leading to the deadly truth of potential suicide. They are trying to deceive you, and I'm going to now explain why their assistance to you in trying to help you out of your depression is deceitful. And you know it is. You can feel it when they come up to you and they try to help you out and get you to come out with the group and the friends. You can smell it on them. There's something foul about this, and we need to explain why that is. So what's happening is, here you are, the dark soul, the dark mind, the dark heart, and the dark body. You're just swimming in depression. And these individuals come into your life. They might call you on the phone. They might stop by and they say, hey, come on out and do something with us, Get back into the world, engage. You might even find that special somebody. Come on, get out there. Let's have some fun. Let's drink. Let's do whatever. Let's just hang out. Let's go to church. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. They're trying to take you to an event to do what? To transform you. Now, they're going to start with your body. They just want to get you to act again. Don't worry about that lack of physical determination. Let's just do something. And then if you do something, you'll start doing more things. And then guess what? It'll cleanse your heart. You'll start feeling more excited again. And then your mind, you'll stop being so negative. And then you know what? It'll even fulfill your soul. This is what they're telling you. They're telling you if you go out to the material world, if you eat, drink the right way, if you exercise, if you hang out with the right social crowds, your entire being will be transformed from darkness into light. And you don't like this. It stinks of something foul. And you know what it is? This person is presenting themselves as your personal savior. If you go out with them and find transformation through the right circumstances, the right person, the right whatever it is, the individual who led you to that, they're your savior. And they transform your body, they transform your heart, they transform your mind, they transform your soul, they transform all that you are. And this is why you don't like it. This is why you feel disgust when these people try to pull you out of your depression, because they're presenting themselves as your personal savior. Now, if this is all it was, it wouldn't be so bad. They have good intentions, right? They're trying to help. Unfortunately, it's a lot worse than this. They don't really care about you. They don't even care about being your personal savior. Because look at where these arrows are going. They take you out into the world, they find a solution that fixes your body, heart, mind, and soul. But where's that last arrow going? To God. This individual is trying to show God that they can change you when He didn't. God failed, obviously. Look at this depressed person sitting here. They're destroying their mind, heart, and body. They're thinking about committing suicide. They're ruining their world, their finances, their relationship. But I stepped in there and brought change. You see that, God? This is what they're using you for. They're using you as ammunition against God to show that they are equal, even greater than God, because God didn't fix you, but they did. They found a way. They brought you to the light. And therefore, in their eyes, God is now nothing, and they reign supreme over all heaven and earth. And they're using you for this. And this is really what you do not like, when people try to take you and change you and make you not depressed anymore. So you must embrace your depression because you are exploring the dark truth. And yes, it will accelerate the decay that is already happening in your mind, heart, and body. It will lead you closer to death. You will destroy more and more of your external world. But it's important. Because if you don't understand where the problem is in your soul, those infinite desires, you will not take the time to look for an infinite God. And you must stop listening to these people who are trying to deceive you, set themselves up as your personal savior, and use you as ammunition against God. And then next time, we'll have to look at how to encase this depression in something amazing. But for now, stay focused on the dark truth. That depression is a true material expression of spiritual reality.